I'm James Foster, and I'm from Hollywood, Florida. I'm professor of economics and international affairs and director of the Institute for International Economic Policy here at the Elliott School. I think it was probably Mike Brown, the dean of the Elliott School, who convinced me that this was the place for me. In particular, the location was just so amazing, situated right here between the World Bank and the IMF and the State Department, and everything was happening over here. And for someone working in global poverty and international development, this is where a lot of the action really is. There's become a much greater perception that poverty is not just income or monetary based, but has to do with the other dimensions of well-being, such as education and health, the environment, and other dimensions of life. And so we have been trying to construct technologies that would allow these other aspects to enter into both the identification and the measurement of poverty. So recently, with a co-author named Sabina Alkire at Oxford, we were able to create that sort of technology, and now it's been implemented in many different places, including the UN's annual Human Development Report, but also in individual countries such as Colombia. It's coming on board in El Salvador. Mexico was in fact the first one who took it up. And here at the Elliott School, we have many people in development, in finance, people who study development from an anthropological point of view. So it's quite exciting. Earlier this year, I was approached by my co-author and good friend, Kaushik Basu, the chief economist of the World Bank here. We got together and came to the conclusion that a course on game theory would be very, very interesting, particularly here at the Elliott School, because strategic thinking is where it's at. So we now have a class of about 170 students, but visited by some important people from the World Bank as well. It is indeed possible to imagine a world without consumption poverty or income poverty in the future. But that's not enough. You need to have a world without malnutrition. A world without poverty will not exist until you have people who are not dying, giving childbirth to the extent that we're seeing now in many parts of the world, or with diseases that are easy to prevent. The world without poverty includes the other dimensions, and they should be included up front to make sure that we have the world without poverty when we say we do. This is the George Washington University, and what we make is history.